We are back, baby. Illuvinews is back. It's going to be in your eyes and ears every week from now on. It was on hiatus a little bit just because I was a little bit busy over the Christmas break and didn't have time to bring this to you in the best possible state. So for this week, it's going to be a little bit more extended than it usually is just because so much has happened in the last week, plus the weeks before. I'm just going to pick out a few extra things that I really liked. So the structure that we go through here, guys, if you're new, we'll go through all the YouTube videos that I've found. Then we'll head over to the Discord and find everything from the founders and a few of the core contributors that I feel like may have got missed or is really big. And then we'll go through the Discord leaks section, go through any artworks or anything that's been leaked. Then we will head over to Twitter and go through some of the best things that I've seen on Twitter to do with Illuvium in the last week or so. If there's anywhere that I've missed that's Illuvium related that you want me to go and check out in my next Illuvinews and so on and so forth, let me know in the comments down below because I don't want to miss anything. I'm doing this so you don't have to be in Discord all the time or looking at everything at all times because Illuvium is so spread out. There is shit getting dropped everywhere at every point in the day. So without further ado, let's get into it. So as I said, we're heading over to YouTube first, and as you can see, we've got this one, which was 12 days ago, obviously a bit more than a week, but it is the Abyssal Basin Region Overworld Preview. 4,500 of you have watched this, so I'm pretty sure that everyone that's watching this video has seen this. If you haven't, all the links for everything that I look at today will be in the description below. All of the YouTube videos, the links to the proposals, and so on and so forth. They'll all be in the links. Everyone's channel that I go to and look at on Twitter will be in the links below as well. So make sure you go and check them out and you follow them all if you haven't already. So this preview is just an Abyssal Basin overview. It looks absolutely amazing. This is super beautiful. The noise and everything is amazing, but go and check it out yourself. Some of these purples and stuff, it's so eerie and amazing. They really capture that feeling of the eeriness that they want. I love it. So we go across. This is a huge interview with Scoriox and Aaron. It is like an hour and 40 minutes, massive, and they go over so much. Aaron doesn't do many interviews, so when he does, you get so much information. It is absolutely amazing. Again, 1.6 thousand of you have already gone and watched this. If you haven't, make sure you go and watch it. Go follow Scoriox as well. But this is a massive breakdown of everything. I can't even tell you what's in it because there's too much to go into. So go and watch that. As we all know, the Illuvitar's date was dropped just the other day. I did a video on it. I'll link that up above right now. Go and watch that if you have not. It is everything to do with the date and everything that was in there. Since the drop, Vetemore done this video with Duraji and Josh.eth and Viper. In this video, they break down the first IRP for the alpha stage of the discs. It wasn't taken very well by the whole community, and they really hit the nail on the head throughout the whole thing. Literally about an hour after this was dropped, obviously they filmed it the night before, but an hour after the video was dropped, a new proposal with new numbers and new things to do with the alpha disc was dropped. So a lot of what they're talking about here is obsolete, but if you did miss the first one, it's a really interesting listen. They touch on a lot of points. It does say 92 views, but that was when it was released an hour ago. I'm sure a lot more people have watched this now. It's a really good debate because you've got Duraji who's on the council, Vetemore used to be on the council, Viper and Josh.eth have a really good experience with other card games, and just seeing their 2 cents worth as why alpha should be different to what it is. It's an amazing video. Go and watch this. As I said, a lot of it is already superseded, but it's still interesting watch. Literally about an hour after those proposals were dropped, they went straight into a town hall AMA. Kieran jumped in, Aaron jumped in, Scoriox, Rich, and anyone that wanted to ask any questions got up on stage and asked them, and they really run through the new proposal and how they got to those numbers because obviously the first proposal was downvoted a lot by the community. When I first read the second proposal, it took me a little bit to get my head around, but after listening to their reasoning and talking through it, it's making a lot more sense. It seems like it is taken very well with the community compared to the first one. If you wanted to listen to this town hall, it is on the Illuvium site. It's a really good listen. Again, this is where you're going to get the most of your info from about how it's structured now. So I'm going to link these 2 proposals and then the community response down below. This first one has been superseded by the next one, but I think it's really good for you to have a look at the first one. Just get your head around what they were going to do and what the community response was, what they came back with. Obviously, everything is a lot cheaper now, which is really good. People want to get more. This isn't a PFP that needs scarcity. It is something that is a collection album. You want people to be buying more. Like, the cheaper it is, people are going to be buying more. And they'll get close to finishing a collection and they'll buy more because they want to finish the collection. Not when it's really expensive and they're not even close to finish the collection and then they won't buy anymore. If you're close, you're going to put more money in. And more money into the DAO means more money in RevDiz. This is just an add-on to community response, showing the old price versus a new price, so on and so forth. As I said, go down below, give yourself a read, and just learn what the Illuvitars are. And this is mainly on the alpha. You don't need to buy alpha. There is no extra utility on the alpha. It's literally just a stamp, plus you get a definite emote, as you can see here, but a chance to win an exclusive alpha skin and entered in a draw to win an expenses paid trip for 2 to meet the co-founders. For me, that's not very expensive, but it's pretty cool anyway. But I don't see that as a selling point for the alpha. So do what you please with that. I'm going to be buying alphas just because I want a few. I'm not going to waste all my, well, not waste, but I'm not going to spend all my SLR V2 on that because I do want lots of Illuvitars, so I'm going to save it for the main sale. Anyway, not financial advice. You do you. Buy what you want, and we'll see where we're at. Hopefully people can amount huge collections and start finishing their albums and see what there is in store for us when we finish those albums. I want to see the rewards. Let's go. So I'll head over to Discord. I found 9 slides worth of writing from Grant and Aaron. It is mainly on Illuvitars, a few other things here and there. But a lot of this does get lost because so much get talked about in the Discord. So we'll head over. We've got Grant first up. It's an idea for his short skit, like kind of a little trailer to a TV series. Heidi walks over to Atlas. Atlas kind of gets scared and confused. And then Heidi licks Atlas, and then they spark into action, like running around like 2 little cats, and Arlen just leans over, picks them both up, and they're flopping in the midair, just angry at each other. But eventually, they have to work together for Arlen, and they become best friends, and then eventually there'll be stage 3, fully fused all the way to the top, and just beating shit down. I love this. Obviously, a TV series is what Grant wants to do, and I am all for it. Let's go. Let's get that TV series going. If we go across, fight for ETH. Hey Grant, did you hear we might change from batch to wave? Brian from Mutual says that would be nice. Batch sounds a bit weird. Wave is a bit cooler. I agree. Grant, too late. The Illuvitar boxes were ordered a month ago in bulk. Batch it is. Grant, Aaron messaged me. We're going to swap to wave and boxes will be a typo. So all those first boxes that you're going to be getting from wherever this is will say batch instead of wave. So these might be a little bit more exclusive. So Most Wanted Noobs TV asked if Illuvium Beyond is the new official name of Illuvitars. As I guessed in my video before, Illuvium Beyond is the game as a whole. The Illuvitar is something you get within Illuvium Beyond, like an accessory or a disc. That is all a part of the whole general Illuvium Beyond. As I said in that video before, it makes it all cohesive and work together. They're all named in the same way, and you can easily search and read and find what's what. So Aaron keeps going, FYI, there's a small mistake in the announcement. We've discussed the possibility of a card game, but no such product actually exists right now in any capacity. So yes, they've talked about it. That's kind of where they want to go to. It is not confirmed. The council needs to vote on this before they start it, and I think the whole community really wants them to just focus on 3 games, get that out, and then we move into the 4th, 5th, 6th, the 1000th game. Keeping going, Aaron even expands on this a little bit more. Let's be clear, there is already a card game. It's the album, it's the collecting. There's a leaderboard, there's rankings. The only thing to tweak is they're not an additional tactical card game like a Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. But that would be through an IRP. The album game was approved last year, so that's why we're getting that now. But this new game, you have to do IRP, council have to vote, and away you go. Blichter responds, who is also a council member, is like, I'm not qualified to draft a card game brings to the community, blah, blah, blah. Aaron goes, please, no card game for a long time. We need rest. Again, they don't want to start building another game yet. They want the 3 done. We all do too. So Aaron did say this. I believe this is wrong now. I believe that your alpha discs stay alpha if you do not open them. I understand why he wanted to keep it this way, because people will spend through the roof for a guaranteed 1 of 1, but there will be alpha discs unopened because people like keeping them for the future, and maybe they also have that 1 of 1 that wasn't initially minted in them. A 1 of 2 is still absolutely amazing. 1 of 3, maybe there's 2 still hiding out there. I believe the community has spoken, and I believe that if you buy an alpha disc, you should be able to hold it as well. It should not go back to a regular one. You've paid extra for it. You've bought it at the right time. you should be able to keep it, and I believe that's where they're at now. So there's going to be a launch party. It's going to show everything that people have found. Hopefully someone's on there like Rich or Kieran or someone just talking along, TSG even, or even get the creators on there like hyping it up, opening discs for people. This party seems like super fun, and you know Illuvium, they're not going to do anything half-assed. Everything else on this page is kind of obsolete because we've gone past this in that latest AMA. So a quick rundown. When he's talking about those missed prints, there's 150 combinations in a batch. There's 25 alluvials with 3 expressions and 2 finishes. At the end of the batch, we check which exist and which don't. Then we plan to auction off the ones that don't exist as one of ones, or one of question marks it will be now. So an atlas will have these 3 expressions, maybe a sad face, a happy face, and a mouth closed, and then a shiny and non-shiny, or whatever it is. If one of those don't get minted, then they'll know which one's not minted, and they'll raffle that, or they'll auction that off to people. So another thing, in the mega disc, it says you get a rare item, which could also be a rare accessory, and people are talking as if it is bad. So a better question, instead of saying, oh, I would only get a rare accessory, is, hey Aaron, is it good to get rare accessories? So accessories work as a multiplier to the base portrait. So accessories may even be more important than the actual portrait. So getting a rare accessory is also good. So don't worry if your rare that you get from a Megadisc is bad. It's still just as good. Accessories aren't bad. Last one, Grant just going on about a leak that we will see in 1 second, so stay around. He's talking about the Dark Hollows. As for what we are trying to clone, what Pokemon did, no, they're not trying to do that. Dark Hollows are super rare. Trust me, if you see one pop up in-game, you're getting a 911 on standby. So it seems like finding one is going to be nearly insanely rare. But you can fuse. This is, I believe Grant said this, and I can probably go and find it, but Grant said that if you fuse 3 hollows, you can get a Dark Hollow. Which I think that is amazing. I think that is going to be the main way that you can get a Dark Hollow, and I will definitely be trying to do this. But anyway, that is all for these. We're going to head over to Discord for the leaks. Stick around because this is where the fun starts. We get to see Illuvium in action. Alright, we're over in the leaks channel. I'm just going to start here. It's a bit over a week ago, but from now on, we're going to go from where I finished and we'll keep going. So this is the old geezer showing off his mega ability, it looks, and it looks like it takes on the whole map. I think that is absolutely amazing. I don't know what it does. Maybe it slows the opponents down. I highly doubt that it would hurt them that much if it has such a big area, but it looks sick. I love it. I love this guy. He's one of my favorite Illuvitars and probably Illuvials as well. So we've got another one of just showing how big and how cool it is. Like, the little ones just do a little one, and then the big old McGeyser does a fucking huge one. The idol NFT art for Adorius, or I think it's no. The NFT art is absolutely amazing. Like, it's so cool, and the noises they make as we go down into Cooker, Gallant, Adore, and the eyes. Look how crazy that is. The attention to detail is phenomenal. Like, I can't even imagine how much time went into just those eyes. Then we go down through Crystal Shores. As everyone knows, that's my favourite. Got some Abyssal Basin, which you had a look at before. Come down, and we've got all 3 doing their normal attacks. Slapping and slashing and slapping the shit out of everyone. These penguins are fucking amazing. So now we're going into just a few monkeys. It looks like he just has normal AoE attack. Pretty standard, but again, going to the nth degree. Seems like the same again. The monkeys are so cool. I can't wait till we have them. I don't know if any of you understand this waffle on of talk, but this is how in depth they go into games. It does make sense if you really read it. You probably have to read it about 20 times. I'm not going to go into it, but go and have a read if you want. Plushies, oh my god. I showed these to a guy at work, and he's like, they're real, aren't they? And someone's just drawn over the photos. And I'm like, no, that's a render. And I agree with everything that they've done with these lines. Yes, that needs to be bigger. That face is definitely too flat. So on and so forth. Everything that they're showing right here needs to be done, and I love that someone's already going in and changing them and making them just that little bit better, because it matters in plushies. It absolutely matters. If it's not exactly right, then it looks weird. Again, another NFT art, and Atlas is bloody beautiful. I can see why he's one of the biggest catchers of the game. Of course, him. We'll go down to the Dodo. Cooker is sick. Just crazy eyes. I love this one in Arena, and just the look of it. I've already said that about 5 or 6 of the Illuvials are my favourites, but the whole game, just as everything as a whole, is my favourite, seems like. I think this is just showing the wind and the plants, like the falling of the plants. Again, we all know, we've all ran around Overworld. Obviously, Snaily, everyone loves the snail. He's holding on to his tongue for dear life. Did it happen? We don't know, and we'll never know. Something happened there, but we'll go back up to the Komodo. Heedy, I think this one is. So cool. I love the full one of that. Again, I love it. And this is what we were talking about before. This is the Dark Hollow. We'll go down a little bit further, and they show it in game. If we scroll down a little bit further, we've just got some absolutely amazing trees and just final lookovers of these animals and creatures. Like, the amount of detail that is in everything is second to none, and I cannot believe how amazing all this looks. And this is what we all wanted. Illuvium 0 is going to be full screen. So good. It is so annoying that you had to move it just that little bit just to get to the top and bottom. But as we can see, this is what the community asks, and that's what Illuvium gives. And here, we'll finish on this Dark Hollow because this is the last one. I think that is fucking amazing. Look how cool that looks. I cannot wait to get a Dark Hollow. I know I'm fucking throwing shit in the wind right there saying I'm going to get one, but I will be working hard. I will be working very hard to get it, and don't miss a thing on this channel. Make sure you ring that ding-a-ding-ding bell down the bottom so you don't miss anything. And we'll head over to Twitter and finish it up there. We'll head straight over to Kieran's Twitter, and as I said before, I'm going to say it again, all of their Twitters are going to be linked down the bottom. Go and follow them all. If you haven't already, go to Kieran's Twitter, go and retweet this post. There's already over 1,000 people done it, but who doesn't want to go into a running for a free mega disc? Go and retweet and follow this. Continuing on with Kieran, he's going along and doing a podcast every week, getting core contributors on, and not only that, he's giving away 10 ILV every week. And if it doesn't go off, it rolls over to the next week. So if we look in this next clip right here, Hiki H literally just won 20 ILV because no one won it the first week. They won it the next week. There you go, and they staked it. It looks like the first time they've staked anything. Congratulations, Hiki. That is amazing. I will actually follow you. Let's go. And this looks sick. Gliding. I know that they wanted to implement more features of the way you travel and whatever else, but this is so cool. Hopefully this is when you're going to go down some like steep slopes and you can just like... Oh, I love it. It's like you've got a snowboard under you at all times. So cool. I can't wait to see what else they've got in store. Back to Kieran, and this is a little teaser of what the Illuvitar is going to look like when you get it. As you can see here, we've got power, we've got the Illuvitar, plus the background. Obviously, if you have a shiny or more rare look, you're going to get more from that. And accessories, you get a multiplier to this here. This is just a little Fury, and then this is with bonding on, little gangster. I love it. I wasn't really into accessories at first, but they're starting to take hold. They just look so good. They look so good, and I haven't met many people that don't really like Lynxes, but that is absolutely ridiculous how good all that movement is. Just look at how realistic that movement is on his mane at the bottom. And his ears, the rest of the fur. Also, go follow Dimitri. He is fucking amazing. Grant Warwick is back on Twitter. He was only on Instagram for a while. I haven't even checked his Instagram for a while. Maybe I'll go and have a look at that as well. But this is fucked. Sorry for the swearing, but these are stage 1 alluvials. These are tier 0 alluvials. Like, come on, bro. These look better than like any other creatures in any other game. They are ridiculous with what they do. Roger just, yeah, blah, 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 $100, blah, 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 bear market, bull. I don't think we care. We just like to make amazing things. Carry on. The amount of detail is phenomenal. Look at it, this hair. Yeah, I'm literally speechless about how good all this is. I know this is just a bit of a showcase of some of the art, but fuck me, literally. You've got the reflection of his tentacles in his eye. Who does that? Seriously. Fucking bullshit. Again, I know we looked at this on the Leaks channel, but this quality is fucking phenomenal. I just don't know what to do with it except praise and fucking love it. But that is the end of Illuvinews. If there's anything you think I missed or anywhere else that you want me to go, let me know. But it is going to come to you weekly. It takes a lot of time to set up, so I'm trying to aim for a Thursday or Friday night. My time, it will be released. So make sure you look out for that, and I will see you in a video soon.